So this meditation that I'm going to be reading from Light Emerging, it's towards the end of the book. It's on page 315, and it's called The Unfolding Self. And I chose it. This is what I read on the Sunday morning in the Hands of Light workshop. And The Unfolding Self is very much a journey that we're on right now. And coming from the full moon last week, coming from that fullness and having the thoughts and the ideas and the wisdom, and bringing all of that back into ourselves and sitting with that, which is what this meditation is about. So if you close or lower your eyes, maybe bring a hand to your heart and feel the gratitude that's here. Feeling your feet contacting Mother Earth, pushing down as she pushes up to meet you. And the acres and acres of space around you. Listen to the internal music that plays who you are. Feel the light welling up within you, within every cell of your body. Connect down into the ground and connect with your purpose in being here. What is the task that is set before you in this very moment? What have you come for? And what is there to learn in this very moment of your unfolding? Rather than thinking of what must be next, bring yourself to the unfolding moment within you and sit sweetly within every cell of your body, not who you wish to be, but who you are in this moment. As you move through your expansion, then stasis, communion, and then pull down into the self in contraction, ride the wave all the way in. You will find a layer of pain, but simply ride through it to the child. And as you take the child in hand, go deeper to the core of your being, to your individuality, and move deep inside this core into the great void within the self. Experience this great void, for it represents your potential. Within this void, all of life is pulsing, vibrating, full, yet unborn. Here is great peace. Sit in grace within this inner void. This void is not empty, although it may appear that way from the personality level. The more one enters into this void within the self, the more life one finds. Simply surrender to the safety and to the grace of this inner center, letting go of all attachments. When there is movement out of seemingly nothing, simply ride the expansion of the pulse of life that comes outward, filling the space with manifest life, filling the space with understanding. As you go upward and outward, you will feel this life pulse moving through the levels of your auric field. There will be a level where the mind begins again. If you continue through, you will move onward and outward through all the levels of your field and all the personal experience within each level. You are experiencing life manifesting. You are experiencing the creative process. This expansion continues outward indefinitely. Allow your conscious awareness to ride this pulse as far out as it is able. And know that this pulse goes to the far reaches of the universe. It's only your images that limit you. Bring your conscious awareness to this process as you expand, reaching 360-degree sphere outward as far as you will go. Expand, reaching through the infinite universe. There will be communion with all that is outside or apparently outside. This is where fusion takes place. Sit in it. And then once again, as your creative wave unfolds, simply follow it back in. This expansion and contraction takes place every moment. It is a multifold expansion, stasis, and contraction, stasis pulse. There are fast pulses and slow pulses. There are pulses of which you will never be able to be aware with the conscious mind, for they are inconceivable. And so as you travel inward again, once again you will move through the levels of the field. As what you have learned is brought back through all the levels of your field, and thus your personality, the new gifts bring light into your individuality. As that light comes in through your field, those portions of your being that are stagnated within your negative image are enlightened. When the light first touches the forgetting, many times you experience pain, for it evokes memories. It evokes energy and consciousness that have not been clear. In the beginning of the process, as you go in through the emotional levels of the field, you will feel your emotional pain. Do not stop the movement. Continue to bring the light in and lace it through all of these disappointments, through the fears, through the sadness, through the grief, through the mourning that you have experienced in your life. If you continue on the inward pulse down, bringing light and the understanding that you are one with all that there is, you become one with the pain. You are one with the individuals that are involved in this pain. And thus, in the fusion of the duality that apparently exists between you and those involved in a painful incident in your life, love is born. For what is touched with light will create love. For communion creates love. And as you go deeper through the pain and the fear, the very process of this communion creates love. It is brought down into the inner child and placed at the feet of the child. And that love touches the original wound of the child and it is healed. It continues down into the core star, the essence of who you are. Once again, you sit in the void, having brought more light to the inner light. Simply sit in the mother, in grace. And with this grace, you are in communion with the great mother, and again, love is born. Later, the movement outward begins. The child, having been nourished to fullness, now moves away as its inner cup runneth over. Having been born out of love, it moves into its own, feels its individual self and its body. It likes and loves what it feels. It has more love for itself. It understands itself and thus has its value. Being valuable, it feels its love for others and continues outward. This love for others evokes their love. The child receives the love and validation back from others. Loving validation brings courage, as the child's conscious awareness expands through divine will, it feels its wholeness and its divinity and enters into spiritual ecstasy. Entering spiritual ecstasy, the child is brought through to perceive the perfect pattern and the knowledge of the divine mind. It moves outward through the far reaches of the universe, out to that which has been called the Father, once again approaching fusion. Your inner self moves through the manifest universe, creating more life as you go, bringing the gifts that the individual self has manifested to the universe. This is the creative process. It dissolves dualism. Thus, you create your world around you through the expansion, stasis, and communion with the universe around you, and the contraction, stasis, and communion with your interior individuality. It is you. And so in your imagination, go to the place where you were last, under the moonlight, the waning moon showers enough light for you to find your way and to start grounding your tree trunk legs. And all that is unfolding for you, the movement inwards and movement outwards, let it settle. And start to connect to that web of life, to begin with under your feet, the network of roots and fungi, that weaves its way around the whole planet Earth, under seas, in great forests under the water, over mountains and deserts. Plug yourself in and feel the aliveness. Allow the aliveness to come into your body, lighting you up, opening your chakras, starting to feel the matrix of life around you. This isn't empty space around you, it's full. Opening yourself up and plugging into the matrix in your feet and in your chakras. Being aware of the ley lines that are surrounding the planet. And all the wisdom, the intuition, the information that you gained in the full moon. Bring that all inwards, contracting inwards, bringing it to the feet of your child inside you, laying all that wisdom at the feet. Deep inside you. And tuning into that endless love that surrounds you and is inside of you. That is you, the love that is you. Fill yourself, every cell, with this love, this light. So that you begin to like and love yourself and your wisdom, your intuition, your knowledge, your self-knowledge. And as we stand here connected in the waning moon, ask yourself one question. How can I serve? How can I serve? What does serving look like for me? How can I enrich and serve life around me? And be really open to whatever comes, to whatever whispers to you. And be playful. Let it be light. Let it be graceful. How can I serve? And the answer can come in a variety of ways. In words, in feelings, in perfumes, in knowing knowledge, hearing, seeing, colours, shapes. Be as open as you can to allow this to unfold inside you. How can I serve? And then under the waning moon, open your eyes and look around you. See that you're not on your own. That this journey is being made with others. And just as they are lighting up, you are too. Lighting across the globe. Willing to serve. willing to listen to oneself. Filling yourself up with love light, knowing that you are love. And start to be aware that this week is all about sacred pottering, enjoying the weather, taking it easy, becoming quieter as the new moon approaches. You have my full permission. And really gently and slowly and lovingly wriggling your fingers and toes and opening your eyes and coming back into the room. Fully back into your body. Thank you.